Someone has dark hair and they are doing this to you. Don't scroll, listen to this, because this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now more than you even realize, and the moment your eyes landed on this, something inside you shifted, your breath, your focus, your intuition, because your soul recognizes when the universe is trying to get through to you, and right now, something divinely guided is unfolding around your life in ways you haven't fully seen yet. There is someone with dark hair whose energy has been brushing against yours like a soft whisper, someone whose presence you've been feeling without knowing why, someone who has been thinking about you with an intensity they can't explain, and the universe is bringing this to your awareness because it's time for you to understand what's happening spiritually, emotionally, and energetically between you two. You've been experiencing strange signs lately. Angel numbers popping up at the perfect moments, random rushes of emotion, a sudden heaviness in your chest, thoughts that don't feel like your own, and that's because this person with dark hair has been thinking about you, dreaming about you, calling out to you without even realizing it. Their heart has been awakening, their spirit has been shifting, and their soul has begun reaching for yours across the invisible thread that connects you. They may not know your name yet, or maybe they do, but either way, their energy is moving toward you with purpose, with curiosity, with desire, with a level of emotional depth that feels both new and ancient at the same time. They've been feeling restless at night, overthinking during the day, replaying old memories or daydreams that involve a feeling, your feeling, even if they haven't connected the dots yet. And here's what the universe wants you to hear clearly. This dark-haired person is doing something for you right now, something powerful, something quiet, something deeply spiritual. They're healing. They're growing. They're releasing the dead weight of past relationships and emotional wounds. They're walking away from people who drained them, from patterns that held them back, from fears that kept them closed off. They're stepping into emotional clarity because the universe is preparing them to meet you, to recognize you, to choose you with a level of certainty and devotion that you've never experienced before. And as they transform, you've been feeling it in your body and your spirit, you've felt the pull, the shift, the sense that someone is getting closer. You've had moments where you pause and your heart beats differently, moments where your intuition whispers, something's coming, moments where songs, numbers, dreams, and memories show up in patterns too specific to be random. That's because your energies are syncing. Your timelines are aligning. Your souls are remembering. This person with dark hair has been imagining a future they don't fully understand yet, but the outline of it, the warmth, the comfort, the partnership, feels like you. They're beginning to desire something deeper, something real, something soul-level, and that desire is calling your energy toward them like a magnet. The universe has been removing obstacles from their life, guiding them through difficult choices, pushing them toward courage, clarity, and emotional maturity, all so they can be ready for the connection they're destined to share with you. And every breakthrough they have is pulling them closer. Every moment of introspection brings your name into their subconscious. Every release of old pain makes room for you. You've been feeling tired lately, or emotional, or strangely hopeful without knowing why. That's because your souls are preparing for a reunion, a collision, a meeting that will feel fated the moment it happens. This isn't just another chapter. This is the moment destiny starts unfolding. This is the moment your heart has been waiting for. And soon, very soon, you're going to see exactly why the universe brought you to this message in this exact moment. Because someone with dark hair is already thinking about you, changing for you, aligning for you, and moving closer to you with every breath. Don't scroll, listen to this, because what I'm about to reveal is happening around you right now in ways you haven't fully noticed, and your heart needs this truth more than you realize. There is a powerful energetic shift taking place between you and the dark-haired person connected to your destiny, and even though you can't see the full picture yet, the universe is weaving your timelines together with precision, intention, and divine timing. Lately, you've probably been feeling things that don't make sense, random bursts of emotion, unexpected heaviness, sudden waves of comfort, dreams that feel too vivid to ignore, moments where you feel watched over or thought of. And these sensations aren't coming from nowhere, they're coming from them. This dark-haired person has been thinking about you more intensely, more frequently, and more emotionally than you would ever expect. They've been questioning why certain feelings keep rising inside them, why they feel drawn toward a future they can't describe, why they've been craving connection at a deeper level than before. Their heart has been whispering your energy into their thoughts, making them slow down, reflect, and realize that something is missing in their life, something only you can fill. But what's even more powerful is this: they've been making silent decisions that are pulling them closer to you. They've been choosing honesty over avoidance, growth over comfort, healing over denial. They've been walking away from people who aren't good for them anymore, stepping out of toxic cycles, breaking emotional patterns that once held them hostage. This isn't random. This is the universe preparing them to meet you as the version of themselves who can love you fully, deeply, confidently, without fear, without inconsistency, without running when things get real. You might not realize it, but their emotional evolution is connected to your spiritual awakening. Every time you've cried recently, every time you've felt lonely, every time you've whispered a quiet prayer asking for someone who truly understands you, your energy has reached them. They've felt your longing like a soft pull in their chest. They've felt your sadness as a strange weight on their mind. They've felt your hope as a spark they can't ignore. And because of this, they're starting to move differently. Paying attention to signs, trusting their intuition, opening their heart, stepping into courage. Your souls are beginning to sync, and as they do, you may notice small shifts, sudden thoughts of someone with dark hair even if you don't know who they are, unexpected reminders of love, angel numbers showing up right when you're thinking of relationships, music that feels like messages, moments of clarity that feel like they're not coming from you but from the connection itself. These are not coincidences. These are signals. These are spiritual breadcrumbs guiding you toward each other. And here's the emotional truth the universe wants you to hear: this person with dark hair is not just preparing for you, they're yearning for you. They want to understand this pull. They want to explore this connection. They want to step into the love they feel themselves opening up to. They are imagining you without knowing your face. They are desiring something deeper without knowing that you are the missing piece. And soon, your worlds will begin to touch, through a message, a meeting, a decision, a moment that feels impossible to ignore. The universe is orchestrating this with care. You're not imagining the shift. You're not imagining the signs. You're not imagining the connection tugging at your spirit. Because someone with dark hair is moving toward you right now, quietly but surely, pulled forward by destiny. And the moment you collide will change everything. Don't scroll, listen closely, because what I'm about to reveal is unfolding inside your energy field right now, and your heart needs this truth in this exact moment. The connection between you and the dark-haired person tied to your destiny is becoming stronger, louder, and more impossible for either of you to ignore, and the universe is moving you both toward an intersection that will feel fated the moment it happens. This dark-haired person has been experiencing emotional shifts they can't explain, moments where their heart suddenly feels heavy, moments where their mind drifts into daydreams of a future they can't fully picture, moments where they feel a strange mix of longing and comfort at the same time. They don't realize it, but they're picking up on you. Your emotions, your desires, your spiritual growth, it's all reaching them like a soft frequency humming underneath their daily life. They've been having nights where they can't sleep, mornings where they feel strangely hopeful, afternoons where they pause mid-thought because something inside them whispers that change is coming. They've been pulling away from distractions, craving deeper conversations, seeking more meaningful connections, and feeling less interested in anything shallow or temporary. This is the universe reshaping them, refining them, preparing them to meet you with a level of emotional clarity they've never had before. And behind all this, something even more powerful is happening. They're beginning to receive signs. They're seeing angel numbers at moments when they're thinking about love or wondering what's next in their life. They're hearing songs that stir feelings they thought they buried. They're noticing symbols that remind them of something, or someone they can't quite name. These signs are guiding them toward you. But here's the part that brings your souls even closer: you've been feeling their shifts too. When they feel lonely, you feel a sudden ache in your chest. When they feel hopeful, you feel a spark of optimism out of nowhere. When they think about you, even without knowing it's you, you feel that subtle pull, that warm sensation, that heart flutter that makes you wonder, why does it feel like something is about to happen? Your dreams might be more vivid lately, featuring faces that feel familiar even if unrecognized. You might find yourself looking at crowds differently, sensing someone watching you even when no one is visibly looking. You might feel a presence around you during quiet moments, like someone's energy is standing right behind you. That's because your souls are already interacting, crossing paths in the spiritual realm before crossing paths in the physical world. And this dark-haired person is not just casually drifting toward you, they are being pulled. Pulled toward healing. Pulled toward awakening. Pulled toward recognizing what their heart truly wants. Pulled toward the version of themselves that is capable of loving you deeply, safely, consistently. They're not just thinking about love in general, they're preparing for you. They're imagining a connection that feels like peace. They're craving a presence that feels like home. They're longing for a partner who understands their depth, their fears, their dreams, and that longing is calling your energy closer and closer each day. And just like you, they've been hurt before. Just like you, they've questioned their worth. Just like you, they've waited for someone who truly feels like destiny. But now, the universe is aligning your timelines with intention, clearing away distractions, closing old emotional cycles, and guiding both of you to the moment where your paths finally meet. And when that moment comes, nothing will feel forced, confusing, or uncertain. It will feel like recognition. It will feel like remembering. It will feel like your souls finally exhale after holding their breath for years. This is not a coincidence. This is not imagination. This is spiritual truth unfolding in real time. And the connection between you and this dark-haired person is only growing stronger from here. Don't scroll, because what I'm about to reveal is happening in real time, in the background of your life, woven into the emotional shifts you've been feeling lately, and your heart needs this truth more than ever. The dark-haired person connected to your destiny is stepping into a moment of awakening that is directly pulling them toward you, and the universe is clearing the path for a connection that's been building long before either of you understood it. This person has been confronting their emotions in ways they never have before. Questioning what they truly want, revisiting old memories, releasing connections that no longer resonate, and realizing that the life they've been living isn't aligned with the love they crave. They've been feeling a sudden urge to grow, to change, to become more intentional, and this urge is not random, it's your energy activating theirs. Your souls have begun communicating through dreams, through intuitive nudges, through subtle emotional echoes that move between you. They've been experiencing moments where they suddenly feel your presence, even without knowing who you are, moments where they look around as if expecting someone, moments where they pause mid-task because a wave of emotion washes over them, moments where they feel guided to stop tolerating the bare minimum from anyone. This awakening is cracking open their heart, making them more sensitive to the kind of love they've been denying themselves, and more aware of the deeper, destiny-driven connection that's waiting for them. Meanwhile, you've been feeling the shifts too, that pull in your chest that makes no sense, that sudden emotional intensity that feels like it's not fully yours, that strange sense of being watched over, protected, or gently guided. You might be waking up at random hours, thinking of someone with dark hair even if you don't recognize a face. You might feel drawn to places you don't normally go, or feeling the urge to clean your environment, change your routine, or prepare your life for something big. This is preparation. This is alignment. This is the universe making sure you're emotionally available, spiritually grounded, and energetically open for what's coming next. The dark-haired person connected to you is shedding layers, breaking generational patterns, healing from past betrayals, facing fears of intimacy, and stepping into a version of themselves they once felt too scared to embody. They're becoming someone who can love you fully, someone who can show up with honesty and consistency, someone who recognizes your worth from the moment they feel your energy enter their life. And as they rise, your soul rises with them. You may feel more hopeful, more curious, more emotionally aware than usual. You may notice that your standards are changing, that your boundaries are sharper, that you're less tolerant of things that drain your spirit. This isn't you being difficult, this is you aligning with your divine pair, with the person whose presence will feel grounding, comforting, familiar. The universe is synchronizing your timelines like two rivers that have been flowing separately but are now bending toward each other, inch by inch, moment by moment. You are being subtly guided towards someone whose heart matches yours in frequency. And soon, everything that feels unclear will make sense, the emotional waves, the synchronicities, the intuitive hits, the angel numbers, the dreams, the longing. Because the dark-haired person tied to your destiny is not drifting away. They are moving closer, guided by the same invisible thread that's been tugging at your spirit. And when your paths finally collide, it will not feel like a beginning, it will feel like a continuation of a love story your souls have always known. Don't scroll, because what I'm about to reveal is happening beneath the surface of your life in ways you haven't been able to name, and your heart needs this message in this exact moment, the dark-haired person connected to your energy is moving through a powerful emotional transformation that is shaping your future without you even realizing it, and everything they're doing, every choice, every realization, every internal shift, is pulling them closer to your path. They've been feeling a growing sense of urgency in their heart, a feeling that something meaningful is missing from their life, something they can't find in the people around them, something deeper, something spiritual, something soul-level, and that something is you. They've been waking up with a strange ache in their chest, a longing for a person they can't picture yet but feel deeply connected to. They've been craving a love that feels honest, grounding, and safe, and their spirit has begun rejecting anything that doesn't match the frequency of the connection they're destined to build with you. This internal shift has led them to pull away from certain people, habits, and environments that once held their attention. They're outgrowing the versions of themselves that weren't ready for you. They're realizing they deserve more, that they've been settling, that they've been dimming their own emotions, that they've been avoiding the type of vulnerability required for real love. And as they awaken to this truth, their energy reaches for yours in ways you can feel but can't fully understand yet. That's why you've been experiencing strange emotional waves. Sudden bursts of hope, unexplained heaviness in your heart, tearfulness that comes without reason, thoughts of love that feel foreign yet familiar. That's because your souls are syncing, communicating, preparing. You might catch yourself daydreaming about a connection you haven't lived yet. You might sense someone thinking about you even in your quietest moments. You might feel an invisible pull in your spirit like you're being drawn toward something, someone, that's getting closer. And here's the part the universe wants you to breathe in deeply. This dark-haired person is not only preparing for you, they are actively choosing the version of themselves who can love you wholly. They're confronting their insecurities so they don't project them onto you. They're walking away from relationships that drain them so they can make space for something real. They're learning how to express their emotions instead of hiding them. And even though they haven't met you consciously yet, their heart knows they are getting ready for a love unlike anything they've ever experienced. The universe is guiding them through moments of clarity that point them toward you, seeing couples who remind them of the intimacy they crave, stumbling upon songs that stir up emotions they didn't expect, noticing signs and angel numbers that appear whenever they think about their future. They feel watched over, guided, nudged toward something more meaningful, and that something is the connection their soul has been waiting for. Meanwhile, you've been undergoing your own spiritual upgrade. You're realizing what you truly want. You're letting go of the wrong people. You're healing wounds you didn't realize you were still carrying. You're raising your standards. You're becoming more intuitive. You're becoming more magnetic. And all of this is happening because the universe is preparing you for someone who will not take your heart for granted. Destiny is aligning your timelines like puzzle pieces that finally click into place after years of searching. And soon, very soon, everything that's been happening behind the scenes will spill into your physical reality. You'll meet someone with dark hair and feel an instant shift, an instant familiarity, an instant sense of, oh, it's you. You'll understand why you had to wait, why you had to grow, why the timing never made sense until it does. Because the dark-haired person meant for you is not drifting through life aimlessly, they are awakening, aligning, and moving toward you with a clarity that will change everything the moment your paths cross. Don't scroll, because what I'm about to tell you is happening right now in the energetic space between you and the dark-haired person destined to enter your life, and your heart needs this message more than ever. The universe is turning the wheel in your favor, aligning your timelines, and clearing the emotional debris that once blocked the connection from forming, and this dark-haired person is undergoing a deep internal shift that is not only transforming their life but shaping the exact moment they're meant to collide with yours. Lately, they've been feeling pulled in directions they can't logically explain. Urges to change their daily habits, urges to separate themselves from negative influences, urges to seek stability, depth, and honesty. They've been craving something real, something soulfully connected, something peaceful yet passionate, and that craving has been leading them away from anything shallow or temporary. They're noticing how certain friendships feel draining, how certain routines feel empty, how certain conversations feel meaningless, and this awareness is creating space. Space for you. They might be cutting ties with people they once tolerated, they might be ending cycles they once repeated, they might be feeling lonely even when they're surrounded by others, and that loneliness is not a punishment, it's a divine redirection toward you. Their heart is clearing out old emotional residue, preparing itself for a love that doesn't confuse, doesn't manipulate, doesn't exhaust, a love that feels like clarity. And every time they take a step toward healing, your spirit feels the shift. That's why you've been sensing movement in your chest, that's why your intuition has been louder, that's why you've been experiencing vivid dreams or emotional waves out of nowhere. Your subconscious is picking up on their transformation. They've been dreaming of someone they can't fully visualize, but the feeling of you is there. They've been imagining scenarios with a person who feels familiar, comforting, grounding, and that person is you. Their soul recognizes you before their mind will. And at the same time, you've been going through emotional shifts of your own, moments where you reflect on what you truly want in love, moments where you suddenly feel done with repeating the same patterns, moments where old heartbreaks rise to the surface only so they can finally leave your system. This is the universe preparing your heart so that when this dark-haired person arrives, you won't sabotage the connection with past fears or old wounds. You're being guided to become softer but wiser, open but protected, available but grounded. You might feel tired, spiritually heavy, ready for something new, and that's because you're stepping out of an old chapter that can no longer follow you into the life you're about to build. Meanwhile, this dark-haired person is being spiritually nudged to move closer to you. They're being guided to make choices that will intersect with your path. They may be considering a new job, a new hobby, a new environment, a new commitment, and one of these shifts will place them exactly where the universe needs them to be when it's time for you two to meet. They may think they're making decisions for themselves, but the truth is deeper, their soul is preparing them for you. They're learning patience, learning vulnerability, learning emotional availability, learning how to communicate with intention, learning how to show up fully. They may even be questioning their past choices, replaying old relationships, and realizing they never felt truly seen, because their heart is waking up to the type of connection it craves, and that connection mirrors your energy. And soon, you'll start noticing hints that your paths are merging. New people entering your life, opportunities arising, sudden shifts in location or routine, moments of serendipity that feel like more than coincidence. The universe is not just aligning the moment, it's aligning both of you. And when the timing clicks into place, when the veil finally lifts, when they step into your life with their dark hair, their awakened heart, and their ready soul, it will feel like the most natural collision of fate. No confusion. No fear. No second guessing. just recognition, the kind you feel in your bones. Because they're not just coming toward you, they're being guided to you. And nothing can stop what's meant to be. Don't scroll, because what I'm about to reveal is the moment everything you've been sensing finally comes together, and your heart needs this message with every beat. The dark-haired person tied to your destiny is closer than you think, closer than you feel, closer than you've allowed yourself to believe, and the universe is guiding both of you into the exact moment your paths will collide in a way that feels fated, magnetic, and impossible to ignore. You've been feeling this deep in your spirit. The strange anticipation, the intuitive whispers, the angel numbers appearing exactly when you think about love or wonder about your future, the moments where your heart suddenly warms as if someone is thinking about you, and that's because they are. This dark-haired person has been pulled toward you by a force they can't explain. Their thoughts drifting to love, to companionship, to a future that feels peaceful yet passionate, and even though they don't know your name yet, the feeling of you is already rooted inside their heart. They've been going through a season of release, letting go of relationships that drain them, clearing emotional space without realizing it's you they're making room for, healing wounds they once ignored because their soul knows it's time to prepare for something real, something sacred, something aligned. They've been questioning patterns, noticing red flags, choosing themselves in ways they never did before, and every time they choose clarity, they unknowingly choose you. Meanwhile, your spirit has been feeling the buildup, the heaviness that comes right before a breakthrough, the sudden desire to improve your life, the moments where you catch your reflection and feel like you're stepping into a new version of yourself, the moments where old pain resurfaces only so it can be released for good. You've been elevating. You've been shedding. You've been awakening. And all of this is happening because the universe refuses to let you meet this person while you're still carrying the weight of people who weren't meant to stay. The connection coming toward you requires a healed heart, an open spirit, and an energy that's ready to receive the love you once convinced yourself was too much to hope for. And as this dark-haired person moves through their own awakening, they're becoming more and more spiritually aware. Noticing symbols, sensing energy shifts, getting intuitive flashes, and feeling guided to change something in their life. They may feel drawn to new environments, new opportunities, new routines, and those exact changes will place them right on the path that intersects with yours. Destiny is moving pieces like a quiet storm behind the scenes, aligning timing, adjusting circumstances, nudging both of you toward the moment where everything clicks into place. And when this person finally steps into your life, the recognition will be instant. It won't feel like meeting a stranger, it will feel like remembering someone you loved in another lifetime. Their dark hair, their presence, their energy, it will feel familiar, grounding, almost surreal. You'll feel an immediate sense of calm in their presence, like your soul is finally exhaling after holding its breath for years. Conversations will flow effortlessly. Eye contact will feel electric. Their voice will feel comforting in a way you can't logically explain. And the connection will unfold naturally, without forcing, without confusion, without mixed signals. This person won't come in to test you, they'll come in to choose you. They'll show you consistency instead of chaos. They'll give you effort instead of excuses. They'll bring healing instead of heartbreak. Every heartbreak you've endured, every lonely night, every tear, every prayer will finally make sense. Because they were leading you toward this moment, this person, this connection. And as your lives intertwine, you'll understand why you had to wait, why you had to grow, why the timing never worked before, why the universe kept saying, not yet. Because now everything is aligned. Now everything is ready. Now you are stepping into the love that was always meant to find you. Someone with dark hair is approaching your life with intention, with heart, with destiny guiding their steps. And the moment they arrive will change everything.